Former President Bill Clinton is addressing the affair he had with Monica Lewinsky 25 years ago. The revelations are part of a new Hulu docuseries out today titled Hillary. In it, Mr. Clinton acknowledges the relationship he had with Lewinsky was out of line. Take a listen.
That's not what happened. Nobody sits down and thinks, I think I'll take a really irresponsible risk. It's bad for my family, bad for my country, bad for the people who work with me. That's not what happens. It's you feel like you're staggering around and you've been in a 15-round prize fight that was extended to 30 rounds. And here's something that'll take your mind off it for a while. That's what happens. Because whatever life, not just me, everybody's life has pressures and disappointments and terrors, fears of whatever. Things I did to manage my anxieties for years. I'm a totally different person than I was on a lot of that stuff, 20 years ago.
Wow. He goes on to say it's not a defense for the affair, it's an explanation.
Still no apology, though, is there in that?
So the struggle of I'm not actually planning what's coming next. It's Demon and I'm not going to try and do any simulations. I'm not trying to predict. I'm not trying to guess what's coming next. I'm going to just take life as it hits me.
Still no apology, though, is there in that documentary?
He says he feels terrible, but no apology.
But he said it was something about handling his anxiety. Yeah. I mean, I just, number one, I'm sorry to hear that. Because I just think that kind of thing should have been reserved for your closest friends. And for me, my heart goes out to Monica Lewinsky again. Yeah. I mean, she was 21, 22. She's now 40-something. She's smart. She's funny. She's kind. She's lovely. But she still has this baggage that is tied to her while everyone else is sort of tiptoed through the tulips. Yeah. She's still stuck with this. And it just seems so unfair to me about her.
And when I said no apology, I meant no apology to Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah, and not addressing the fundamental power imbalance between the president of the United States
and a 21-year-old,
regardless of anxiety or the stress that you feel because you hold that office, a 22-year-old intern.
Yes. Yeah, and once again, minimizes, marginalizes her. It was wrong on all parts, but I hear that and my heart goes out to her.
Indeed.
So a couple interesting things here. So first, she's like kind of filling the role of like the tribe thing.
Yes.
And she's kind of Oprah Winfrey, kind of like lead Effie.
Yeah, lead Effie. I think I haven't typed her fully, but I would say very close to the same type as Oprah.
So she's Effie. She's going, let's care about the other tribe members. We're looking at the spectrum of what did Monica go through.
Right.
Not just Bill. So Bill, if Bill is self above tribe.
She's going to be like, you didn't mention the other
person. You're leaving the people void there as well.
Yeah.
Also, what I thought was interesting is I did see this clip before, is like how she made that statement and then one by one, all three all agreed. Like, it's kind of like that DE of like, they all backed her up.
Right.
And they all took turns in saying like, oh yeah, there's a power imbalance and Monica, and they didn't say sorry to her.
Right.
So the whole tribe is uniting on there's a tribe imbalance there.
Yes. So for you, your own self, I have in the past struggled with intense anxiety. And I think, this is just my perspective, there's all different kinds of anxiety. You can have social anxiety. You can have anxiety of what's coming next. There's all kinds. Let's say OE anxiety. And so the goal that your brain thinks that it has to fulfill as a savior OE is, I need to experience everything. I need to go see it all. And whether that's everything that there could be in the possibility realm or everything that there is in the experience realm. So the OEs are just gather. I got to take in all of it. And then I'll choose the best one once I've seen it all. And so you're just looking for all the options, trying to see everything that's out there, always looking for the next best thing.
And imagine being a president where like you have a fire hose of like nonstop level 10 dramatic information all around the clock.
I know, which is why a lot of the SEs would jump into that job and be like, I could do that, because they're not necessarily knowing that that's coming. I could do that, I can manage that, a confidence level. The problem is, your brain can only manage so much. It can only juggle so much. I feel for my own self, and I think it's like, I'll feel like I'm trying to juggle 10 things.
Right.
And then the universe will give you 5 more like that.
Right. And you can only hold like 8.
Right.
So you're already pushing it at 10.
You're pushing it.
Here comes 5 more.'s that build up. There's that freak out, the anxiety. That's what the stress feels like.
So much. And so I know that this is something that's very normal for you. You'll constantly see yourself as, I can only manage 8. And so therefore I'm only going to hold 5. Like, I watch you tell yourself that ahead of time. I'm only going to hold 5.
I'm trying to get it down to like 2 to 3.
Exactly.
So if you got something new, I'm going to shove it in one of these known boxes.
Right.
Bullshit from the tribe members. Oh, that's a great idea. That goes right here. Just packed with 50 other great ideas I got today. You know what I mean? Then it's like, then the other would be like personal issues or business issues or house issues or whatever. Like there's just a few simple categories.
Right.
Therefore, I can kind of manage them, and then everything else gets shoved into those boxes. Yes, it's not accurate.
Right.
That's like the OE is like, I want to see that it's different.
I need to. These are different.
And the OI is like, I want to see that they're the same.
Right.
Now, neither one is reality.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But it's like, what are you going to jimmy rig? What are you going to force upon reality? It's trying to use the right tool at the right time. Like,
totally.
I'll use the OI at the wrong time.
True.
I'll go to try and learn something new. And I'm like, oh, I already know this. Like, no, Dick, you don't already expand.
It's
Look
not
outward.
in your box. Stop
Right.
making it be in your box. But what the right answer is NI in this case. You do need to
dealing with anxiety.
Yeah, because it's like if 10 of these are so different, it's like they're really not. There really are not endless options on the planet. My brain wants to think there are. There's endless options. There's endless possibilities. It's like really when you look at it, there isn't. There is a set number of pathways. If you look at all of the biographies out there, there really is a set number of ways to do this. You can start taking all those random, these are all different, and go, actually, these two are kind of the same. These two are kind of the same. And therefore, you can get an answer for one that answers 5 more instead of every single thing coming your way.
It really does work. The past couple of years, as we've watched people come to us that we've talked with, it's like we are seeing the pattern of tracking the pattern of what works, because we'll just throw anything at people to see what's working and then try and reproduce that later.
Right.
We are seeing a consistent pattern with the OEs. The SEs in particular, when we can help them see you're not dealing with 50,000 different problems.
Oh my God.
You're really dealing with a set number of problems. It's a limited number, and everything else can fit into that. And then you got to help them kind of make their own categories.
Yeah.
You know, their own categories of however they want to do it. Personal, business, life, my mom, whatever. And then getting everything. And then they start to realize, wow, so this cleaning my room process applies to cleaning my car as well?
Yes.
Which applies to cleaning up my emotions? Yes. Which applies to cleaning up my friendship and cleaning up my jobs? Yeah, it's the same principle.
Yes.
Oh, really? So I just have this one thing to do? Right. I do it all over? Like, yes, it's just one thing. Like, oh, but I could do that. Like, no, but tomorrow you're going to forget. And you're going to try and scatter it, but I'll be here to help you remember. And then you get them going in a few months, and all of a sudden they're literally writing emails back, which we get all the time. And I was like, and so it was like, I feel free. Like, I still got a lot of work, but like the inside life feels easy. I feel like I can do this. I can manage this.
Yes,
you know?
It can be made simpler. You just have to train your brain to do it.
We came, we saw, he died. We came, we saw, he died. Look. We came, we saw, he died. Look. We came, we saw, he died.
It's not a laughing matter. I take it really seriously.